Hello everyone, I'm Michal0212, and in today's video I'm gonna share you some updates, some news about Dark Zone Breakthrough. Alright, so yesterday, gonna precise it more like 2nd of January, Dark Zone Breakthrough official WeChat group posted a news about how to be a pyrotechnical maniac. With other words, how to throw grenades right, or how to throw grenades how they supposed to be thrown. So here's the Chinese version. Now I'm gonna jump to Google Lens. So the title says Dark Zone Economics, Guide to the Use of Throwing Objects in the Dark Area. Now I'm gonna jump to the screenshots I made with translation. So let's start with this one. Oops. Excuse me. Guide to the use of projectiles in the dark area. Dark Zone Breakthrough 2022, 2nd of January, 12 o'clock. Hi everyone, pioneers, welcome to the new issue of Dark Zone Economics. I'm the old man. In the Dark Zone, everyone must have one of their best weapons to accompany you from birth to death. But everyone may have overlooked another very important weapon: tactical projectiles. There are currently 6 types of throwable objects in the Dark Zone, which will be gradually increased as the version is updated in the future. Their functions and positioning are different. Some can interfere with the information obtained by the enemy, some can cause effective damage to the enemy behind the bunker, and some can make the enemy lose action. It can be said that learning to use throwing objects is a compulsory course for everyone to grow up in the dark area. Today I will talk about the techniques in detail. Then we got a small clip which I'm gonna cut. Like, this is the clip. Alright, I'm gonna cut it right now.
各位先锋们，大家好，欢迎来到新一期的暗区经济学。我是老皮。在暗区中，大家一定都有一把自己最趁手的武器，伴你出生入死。不过，大伙可能忽略了另一种非常重要的武器——战术投掷物。目前暗区中的投掷物有6种，后续还会随着版本更新逐渐增加。它们的功能和定位各不相同，有的能干扰敌人获得的信息，有的能对掩体背后的敌人造成有效伤害，还有的能让敌人失去行动力。可以说，学会使用投掷物是大家在暗区成长过程中的一门必修课。今天老皮我就来详细讲一讲这其中的技巧。想要用好投掷物，各位需要先了解一下基础知识。首先是如何获取投掷物。最直接的获取方式肯定是在战局中的手雷箱里搜刮后带出，部分游荡者和男团小弟也会随身带着一些。在局外，你既可以从市场上直接购买，也可以从联络人乔尔加里森处用杂物兑换部分，将其放入弹挂或口袋，即可在局内使用。其次是如何使用投掷物。在局内点击下方的投掷物选项，会让你的开火按钮切换为投掷按钮，并激活投掷动作选项。点击投掷动作就能看到用虚线表示的抛物线。此时我们可以通过投掷动作选项选择高抛或者低抛，二者的抛物线有所区别。需要强调的是，抛物线并不是完全准确的，除了燃烧瓶和脚步发生器这样会在落地点就触发的投掷物，烟雾弹、手雷等会受到抛投力度的影响，在到达抛物线末端后再滚动几下。高抛的力度比低抛更大，即使用完全相同的投掷物，使用高抛和低抛，最终投掷物的落点也是有区别的。投掷物在完全扔出去之前， 可以按取消投掷键将投掷物重新收纳。唯一有些不同的是破片手榴弹。破片手榴弹有一个特殊的按键，其弹出握片触发引信，此时就无法收回了，并且手榴弹已经开始倒计时5秒。如果你将它握在手中几秒之后再扔出，可以形成瞬爆雷，让敌人没有时间躲闪。同时也要注意，手榴弹的引信时间大概是5秒钟，一定要在这之前扔出去，别算错了时间把自己坑了。了解了有关投掷物的技术知识，我们再来逐个讲解一些这些投掷物的正确用法及应对方式。首先，我们从闪光弹开始说起。当我们抛出闪光弹，并在敌人视野前方6秒内爆炸，就可以造成致盲效果，使人眼前一片漆黑，并留下一个巨大的光斑，持续很长一段时间。这个过程中，他的视力会缓慢恢复，且可以正常移动。由于闪光弹不能像手榴弹一样提前弹出握片，形成瞬爆闪，好在引信时间较短，我们可以通过延长飞行时间的方式来达到出其不意的效果。例如，当敌人躲在房间里时，我们不要正对房门抛出闪光弹，这么做容易暴露在敌人的火力之下，瞬间成盒。我们可以利用闪光弹碰撞物体会反弹改变弹道的特点，找到合适的碰撞物，利用反弹的方式改变原本的抛物线，将闪光弹反弹进屋内，形成瞬爆闪。应对闪光弹的最好的方法是，敌人扔出闪光弹时，握片脱离弹体会发出清脆的声响，此时扭头就能避免被致盲。接下来是震撼弹，这种投掷物与闪光弹比较类似，也能对直视它的玩家造成致盲，不过时间稍短。但即便没有直视到它，只要在它的作用范围内，就会造成耳鸣和减移速的低 buff。耳鸣会暂时使听觉受阻，且不可看到声纹指示，减速效果也是非常明显的，你会感觉双腿像是被粘在了地上。由于耳鸣和减速效果不受掩体阻止，只要位置合适，完全可以限制掩体后的敌人。因此，在进行攻防等 CQB 作战时，震撼弹比闪光弹更有用武之地。而应对震撼弹的最好方式，就是先扭头规避致盲，然后用枪口架好飞来震撼弹的方向。其实震撼弹带来的更多是心理上的紧张感，而且被减速跑是跑不掉的，不如看准时机反击。接下来是暗区中最有威慑力的投掷物——破片手榴弹。手榴弹爆炸的时候会产生很多破片，对4米范围内的敌人造成伤害，并造成比震撼弹更严重的反应，还有概率留下创口效果。而且破片手榴弹之下众生平等，甭管你穿着的头盔和护甲防护等级有多么高，手榴弹都会造成等量的伤害。这意味着，如果你吃了个满雷，即使穿着顶级的防具，也会瞬间成盒，千万要小心呢。不过破片手榴弹的引爆时间大概是5秒钟，如果不是瞬爆雷，我们是有足够的时间可以跑出爆炸范围，或者找掩体。如果和敌人僵持不下，敌方想通过手雷压制进攻，我们可以在听到对方扔雷之后反丢一颗投掷物，然后立即跑开，拖延其进攻时机的同时进行战术转移。那么如何正确的使用破片手榴弹呢？如果是近距离抛掷，可以用我前面提到的瞬爆雷；如果是远距离作战，就更依赖精准的时间计算。大家可以尝试在训练场里练习远距离的空爆雷。还有一种特殊技巧，我称之为片雷。我们在做出抛掷准备动作的时候，靶向安全插销有声音的，但是取消投掷时，插回插销的声音很小，所以我们可以尝试抛雷然后取消。此时敌人听到手雷声之后，会放弃第一身位，退回掩体深处。在此期间，我们便可假抛雷，真开枪，一击制敌。再来说说烟雾弹，这是目前暗区中使用频率最高的投掷物了。烟雾弹乔尔那里可以换到，战局中产出也不低，但烟雾弹依旧价格不菲。为什么烟雾弹如此受欢迎？这就不得不提到它的功能。在落点直径约5米的范围内，制造一片可阻挡视野的烟雾。游荡者和男团是不会射击处于烟雾中的玩家的，因此我们可以利用烟雾弹穿过一些十分凶险的地形，比如山谷别墅1楼封烟，然后穿过男团的火力线直接上2楼。也可以在撤离点使用烟雾弹掩护撤退。会朝烟雾中射击的只有先锋和伪装者，我们可以利用这一点来判断对方的身份。有的先锋在队友倒地之后，会尝试在队友身边扔烟，掩护队友施救。实际上这么做是很危险的，尤其是在北山酒店走廊这种场景。要说为什么，也因为这样很容易被其他人浑水摸鱼，传烟而入。正确的做法是将烟铺在敌人的火力和倒地的队友中间，一旦有人传烟，你能第一时间发现并反击。而烟雾的边缘并不像中间一样完全看不见，因此我们也可以把烟雾边缘当作掩体进行射击。 最后一起聊一聊燃烧瓶和脚步发生器这两个投掷物都不具备弹射性质，抛物线末端就是落点位置。燃烧瓶会造成持续伤害，可以用来封路，也可以用来逼迫躲在房间内的敌人走位。有时候当你击倒了一名先锋，如果他穿着高级护甲，用枪将其补掉可能会进一步损伤护甲，此时也可以使用燃烧瓶给他净化灵魂，避免损伤护甲。脚步发生器是一个比较神奇的道具，目前仅作为活动道具少量投放过。它的前端是一块软胶，这也就意味着你可以将它扔到屋顶上、墙上，几乎任何地方，它会持续的发出脚步声。在你的视野里，它的声纹呈绿色，但除了你以外的任何人是分辨不出来的，能够严重干扰敌人获得的信息，非常好用。需要注意的是，这个东西是可以被子弹打掉的，所以往开阔地带、大马路上扔就有点浪费了。好了，那么以上就是本期暗区经济学的全部内容了。我是老皮，我们下期再见。
So yeah, I'm not gonna commentary it. It's, I think, self-explanatory or self-explaining. My bad. But it shows a couple of things. Like, I didn't know that you can kind of remove one of the things on the grenade and hold it for even longer. Like, beside the regular cooking, you cook it even longer somehow. I'm not a gun expert, as I said earlier, or ever, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. Alright, guide to throwing objects, video number. Basic of throwing objects. Or no knowledge of throwing objects, depending on how it is translating it. If you want to make good use of throwing objects, you need to understand the basic knowledge. The first is how to get the projectile. The most direct way to obtain it is definitely to search it in the grenade box in the battle and bring it out. Some rocks and boy group boys will also carry some with them. Outside, you can either buy directly from the market or contact Joel Garrison used Sunrise in exchange for some of the thrown objects. Put in a magazine or pocket and you can use it in the game. This says where you can get grenades. Self-explaining. So, on the article, these are images, GIFs. So, I'm gonna jump back and forth between the article and this translated version. First of all, this is what it shows, like the Joel Gary. As we know, you can exchange some of the grenades or exchange the other ones. In previous version, you needed to buy those, and some could be exchanged. Some could be exchanged. Alright, so exchange those from the contact person. Let's jump to the widget. Never mind, I think I'm gonna jump back. As you can see, where my finger is pointing at, there is a moving image. So, next part. I'm gonna continue now with the next part reading. The second is how to use throwing objects. In the game, click on the throwing item option below to switch your firing to a throwing button by pressing the thorium, the thing that you want to throw. Wow, thorium. That's a nice translation. And activate the throwing action button or option. Click the throw to see a parabola represented by the dotted line. At this time, we can select high or low toss through the throwing action option. The parabola of the two is different. And yes, here is one screenshot. Throwing objects high and low. Now I'm gonna jump back to WeChat to show you this GIF. Like, as you can see, the different there and like there and there. Oh wait, let me draw it. Like, this is one and this is the other. There we go. Alright, so next part. It needs to be emphasized that the parabola is not completely accurate. Aha. Except for the fire bottle and the footstep generator, which will be triggered at the landing place. Smoke bombs, grenades, etc. will be affected by the force of throwing after reaching the end of the parabola. Roll a few more times. The force of high toss is greater than that of low toss. Even if the same throw is used, high toss and low toss are used, and the final drop point of the toss is also different. Before the thrown object is completely thrown out, you can press the cancel throwing button to retract the thrown object again, which I did in one of my videos. Like, you can decide to put it back and cancel the throwing, so it won't explode. Now, let's continue the text. Cancel throw. The only difference is the fragmentation grenade. The fragmentation grenade has a special button called eject the grip. This is what I was talking about after the video. To trigger the fuse, this time it cannot be recovered and the grenade has begun to count down. If you hold it in your hand and throw it out a few seconds later, it can form an instant explosion so the enemy has no time to dodge. I should have used that if I knew that option. The thing is, when I throw a nade, I already started thinking about the time that it has to, like, the cooking time. And I only focus on the right side where I'm aiming. And this button, for me, is, as you can see, in front of the move button. And I simply did not focus on that button. I didn't know it was there. So basically what it says: eject the grip, trigger the fuse. This time it cannot be recovered. And the grenade has begun to count down. But when you throw it, in general, it starts to count down. Like when you throw the thing outside the grenade, when you start throwing it. Interesting. I'm gonna need to check it out when I can. Might be in the next round. Alright, demonstration of using instantaneous blasting thunder. What a great name for this function. So here is the action. You eject the grip, then you wait a little bit, and then you instantly throw it. And the enemy has then no time to dodge. So it's kind of like... Nah, it's not exactly what it was used in Escape from Tarkov, because there are some grenades that just couldn't be in the previous version because it's already patched out. It's not anymore in Escape from Tarkov, that you can instantly throw a nade without aiming. Like without aiming with the parabol. Alright, next part. Because the text continues, as you can see. Bottom this one. Then at the same time, please note that the fuse time of a grenade is about 5 seconds. So you must throw it out before that, so don't beat yourself out of the wrong time. After understanding the basic knowledge about throwing object, let's explain the current usage and copying methods of these throwing objects one by one. How to use throwing objects correctly. First of all, let's start with the flash bomb. Thing that's, the flash. When we throw a flash and explode within 6 meters in front of the enemy's field of vision, it can be called a blinding effect or blinding effect. I think blinding, but I don't actually know. Sorry, my English is not the best. Blinding effect to the enemy, making people's eyes dark and leaving a huge light spot, which lasts very long. It's not that long, but if you think about that you are in action, then every second counts. So yes, you can say it lasts very long. Right, so the text continues. For a long time, his vision will slowly recover during this process and he can move normally. Gonna jump back to the article again. So as you can see this one, this is the effect which I have also showed before. It lasts for like, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds or so, something. Alright, the text continues. Since the flash bomb cannot be ejected out of the grip in advance like a fragmentation grenade, it forms an instant flash. Fortunately, the fuse time is short, and we can achieve unexpected results by extending the flight time. For example, when the enemy is hiding in the room, we should not throw flash bombs directly at the door of the room. Doing so is easy to expose the enemy's firepower and instantly form a box. We can use the flash bomb to collide with an object to change the characteristics of the ballistic trajectory. Find a suitable collider, use the rebound method to change the original parabola, bounce the flash bomb into the house, and form an instant blaster to deal with Huang Gang's panic. Oh, I like these translations. Feng Feng early to throw a flash D scoop. I assume the damage effect caused by the flash bomb. Since the flash grenades cannot pop out of the grip, I think this is what I just read. Yes. It comes with shock bombs, which are similar to flash bombs, blinding pioneers who look directly at it, but for a short time. But even if you don't look at it directly, as long as it is within a range, it will cause tinnitus and debuffs. Tinnitus temporarily obstructs hearing. Oh my god. Not like Harry Potter. Hearing and voice print indications are not visible. The deceleration effect is also very obvious. You will feel like your legs are stuck to the ground. Yes. Like, I think there was also a clip in the video at the beginning about. So I'm gonna show the next part. Yeah, this one. Okay, interesting. So it seems like the grenade is on the other side of the door, but you still get this effect. Is that what it's saying? It comes with shock bombs, which are similar to flash bombs. Blinding power who looks directly at, but for short time. If you don't look at direct, as long as it is within a range. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna continue the text. Shock bullets also have blinding effect. Wait a second. Shock bullets? Are there shock bullets? Because the ears and deceleration effects are not blocked by the bunker, as long as the location is appropriate, the enemy behind the cover cannot completely restrict it. Therefore, when conducting close combat indoors, such as attacking houses, shock bombs are more useful than flash bombs. Okay. The best way to deal with shock bombs is to first turn your head to avoid blindness, and then use the muzzle to aim the gun in the direction where the shock bombs are flying. In fact, the shock bullet brings more psychological tension, and it will be slowed down. It is impossible to run away. It is better to look at the right time to fight back. I think it was also shown in the video at the beginning. I don't know if what are they referring to shock bullets. I think the shock bullets are the shock bombs, because the best way shock bombs, and then yeah. So it's Translation again. Translation issue. Alright. Next is the most deterrent projectile in Dark Zone Fragmentation grenade. When a grenade explodes, it will produce a lot of fragments, causing damage to the enemies within 4 meters, and causing ears that are more serious than shock bombs. There's also possibility of leaving a wound effect. And under the power of fragmentation grenades, all beings are equal, no matter how high the helmet and armor you wear. Okay. The grenade will cause the same amount of damage. So you have no vests that can help you from those grenades. Only for the sound and debuffs. Even if it's fully loaded, it will be knocked down by a fragmented grenade. This means that if you eat full thunder, even if you were top of the line protection. Nice. I'm gonna show you the clip. Is this one. Oh, I see. Alright, next part. Even if it's fully loaded, it will be overwhelmed by a fragmentation grenade. This means that if you eat a full thunder, even if you wear top armor, it will instantly become a box. You will become a box. Oh, this translation. Love it. Okay, let's continue. In the armory, many vanguards in full of outfits were knocked down with fragmentation grenades. However, the detonation time of fragmentation grenade is about 5 seconds. If it is not an instantaneous blasting thunder, like what we said in the beginning, the eject the grip, that's what they call what kind of thunder? A full thunder. No, not full thunder. Instantaneous blasting thunder. We have enough time to run out of the explosion range or quickly find a cover to avoid the damage. If there is a stalemate with the enemy and the enemy wants to suppress the attack with a grenade, we can throw the thunder after the enemy throws the thunder, and then immediately run away, delaying the timing of the time attack while making a tactical shift. Like, when you see a grenade is thrown, when you see it is coming, then you throw a grenade as well, fast, with ejected grip, I assume, and then you can either run away or you can push. Like the stalemate is when both of you are like pinned to a corner or pinned to each other, and there is no other way to just face each other, or at least you can both shoot at each other when you are not behind cover. That's what it means, I think. Alright, anti-lost tactics. So, this one. Okay, I see. So he on purposely thrown the... What kind of grenade is this? What he throws is... oh my god, I can't see it. Is that... No, that's a smoke. Or either a flash. Alright, so if someone throws a grenade to you, like you can see here, let me highlight it. I think that's... Now it's coming. The red, as you can see. Like... There. Oh. There. My bad. I think you can see what I'm talking about, like... The red grenade, which can explode, is thrown by the enemy, and then you throw a smoke bomb or maybe a flash bomb here, so you can run away. And if the enemy comes out or either push, you can be ready. I think that's what it says. So how to use Fragmentation Grenade correctly? If it is a short-range throw, you can use the Instant Blasting Thunder I mentioned earlier. If it is a long-distance battle, it is more dependent on accurate time calculations. You can try to practice throwing long-distance airburst mines in the training ground. There's also a special technique which Lao Pai calls Deceiving Thunder. When we make a preparation for throwing, there is a sound when we unplug the safety plug, but cancel the ridiculous plus O time plus move. Wait a minute. You can try to practice throwing long distance airburst mines in the training ground. There's also a special technique which Lao Pai calls Deceiving Thunder. When we are preparing to throw, there is a sound when we unplug the safety plug, but when we cancel the throw, sound of the plug is very small. So you can try to throw thunder and then cancel. This time the enemy will give up the first position and return to the depths of the bunker after hearing the sound of thunder. Okay. So when you plug out the grenade, in the first case, it makes a loud sound. So the enemy thinks you're going to throw a nade, but when you deplug it, it's just so soft that enemy hopefully can't hear it. So it causes confusion. Alright, demonstration of mine fraud operation. So this one is this one. Like, you act like you're gonna throw it, you pull out the trigger, then you fast drop it back, and then you push. That's what it says. Next part. Let's talk about smoke bombs, which are currently the most frequently used projectiles in the Dark Zone. The smoke bombs can be exchanged from Joel, and the production rate is not low during the battle, but the smoke bombs are still expensive. And why are smoke bombs so popular? This has to mention its function. It can create a smoke screen that next part slide. It can create a smoke screen that can block the field of vision within a range of about 5 meters in the diameter. Rocks and boy groups will not shoot pioneers in the smoke screen. Okay. So the AI won't shoot you. I think the boy groups are bosses, but I'm not sure. But that might be the most accurate thing. Because rocks are scavs. Rocks, rogus and boy groups will not shoot pioneers in the smoke screen. Therefore, we can use smoke bombs to pass through some very dangerous terrain, such as sealing the smoke on the first floor of the Valley Villa and then passing through the line of fire of the men's team to go directly to the second floor. You can also use smoke bombs at the evacuation point to cover and retreat. Use smoke bombs to go to the second floor at the Valley Villa. Now I get it. That's so cool. I mean, I don't know if that's cool or not, but I didn't know it. So you can use that to retrieve from AI. That's sick. Well programmed. Serious. Alright, next part. Only vanguards and pretenders will shoot in the smoke. We can use this to determine the identity of the opponent. The correct way is to spread the smoke between the enemy's firepower and the fallen teammates. Once someone wears the smoke, you can find out and fight back as soon as possible. The edge of the smoke is not completely invisible like the middle, so we can also use the edge of the smoke as a cover for shooting. Nice. Next one. Finally, let's talk about the Molotov cocktail and the Footstep generator. These two projectiles do not have the nature of shooting. The end of the parabola is the position of the drop point. The Molotov cocktail can cause continuous damage. It can be used to block roads or to force hiding in the room. Sometimes when you knock down famous pioneer, if he wears high-level armor, killing him with a gun may further damage the armor. At this time you can also use the Molotov cocktail to transform the soul and avoid sorry, like transform the soul into a box. That's what it says. Because Chinese games makes people boxes. That's how it works. When you get knocked down and when you get even more bullets in your head, you're gonna transform your soul into a box. Alright, no comment. To transform the soul and avoid damaging the armor first. So burn them alive instead of ruin their armor. Then Molotov cocktail will cause continuous damage. Where is the picture? Here is it. No? Wait a minute. Oh, it's the other one. I forgot. So this is the edge of the smoke you can see through, but others can't see you well. This is a nice one. I'm gonna try it when I can. And then this is the parabole showing for the Molotov cocktail. Alright. The Footstep generator, a more magical prop, has only been put on a small amount as an activity prop at present. Its front end is a piece of soft rubber, which is... it seems like I forgot to... Yeah, it seemed like I forgot to make a translation for this one. So I'm gonna make a screenshot. I'm gonna jump to Google Lens. Now you can see... Oh, I see. So the footstep generator is sticky. I have already seen that it's sticky, but I didn't know that this was a footstep generator. It's very cool and very tactical. Oh my god. Very nice shot. Alright. Now I'm gonna open Google Lens. So here's the picture. Footstep generator, a more magical prop currently only used as a living. A small amount of moving props have been put in. Its front end is a piece of soft rubber, which is... It means you can throw it on the roof, on the wall, almost anywhere. It will continue to make footsteps, and its voice print is green in your field of vision, but it can be distinguished by anyone except you. It can seriously interfere with the information obtained by the enemy, which is very useful. It should be noted that this thing can be knocked out by bullets, so it would be a bit wasteful to throw it in open areas such as a main road. Nice. Gonna jump back to the translation. So last but not least, okay, so the above is all content of this issue of Dark Zone Economics. I am the old man, we will see you next time. Click to read the original text to get more official latest information. And regularly, hi, bye bye. Some questions from the community itself. Like, can wearing glasses or putting down the eye mask of the 6th level head to avoid being flashed? Can wearing earphones prevent tinnitus and something like that? I don't know the answers for those either, but we will see. Alright, so this was this small news about how to be a pure technical maniac. Thank you for watching. Feel free to react, like, dislike, subscribe, either ring the notification bell if you want. It's up to you, I'm not forcing you. I'm gonna make news updates as soon they came out and as soon I can manage to record. So yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.